5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Both runners on the emulator.
Yeah, the double MU matchup. You love to see it. An even playing field. No need for delay or maybe like any sort of adding time at the end of the run. It's nice, clean. We'll know who wins by the end. No guessing games.
As long as there doesn't have to be a retime, I'll take anything.
Yeah, do we have a contingency plan in place, or if there's like a tie or like a frame perfect tie?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I documented that in like a 17-page dissertation. Somewhere in the Discord. I'll have to dig it up if it ever comes up.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure it was like right along with like the script and everything. Like, it's all gonna be
good. No, not the script. The alleged script allegations. Both hidden a nice likeness gap.
Oh, very nice start. Yeah, getting
The layout. I don't know who made this layout. Maybe I should put like big letters over it.
It's kind of a mystery, in all honesty. It does leave a lot to the imagination, I think.
Zeus, congratulations on moving on to the semifinals of the winners bracket. How you feeling after that race?
Oh, Binko.
Misses a bomb clip. Right to the backup boot bounce.
Yeah, smart decision, honestly. Going right for the pole pounds. Don't want to try to risk any more time. Going for bomb clip again. Not speaking from experience or anything, but speaking of, I feel pretty good. I mean, it's definitely going to be a situation where you kind of have to put up a 17 at this point in order to move on. So it's going to be tough to remain that level of like consistent, but just got to practice, put in the time, put in the work. There's just there's some tough competitors ahead, man.
Fusion going for the sock folder. Looks good so far. And it is good. Yeah, we've only seen 117 in the tournament so far. That is from the 8 seed Tate, actually.
Oh, wow. Huge stuff.
The 33-second PB.
As we progress, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more 17s coming out.
Yeah, everyone's kind of getting better as this goes on. This is sus texture from Binko, but he does get it.
Took his time to line it up, had to find the texture, had to sniff it out, but thankfully able to get right in the perfect position and not taking any falls there.
Yeah, better to find your way around there than to miss it. So take your time. So
exactly. And, I like Fusion's approach too. Maybe not super familiar with texture, maybe not super comfortable with texture, so just gonna play it safe, go with the sock folder. Nothing wrong with that. It's a race, it's elimination. You want to do the thing that gets you through the stage as consistently as possible, and sock folder will definitely provide that for you.
Yeah, Fusion is somebody who picked up the game a few months ago, I believe. I met him in the Melee Battle, or the Melee Form Frame tournament. The last one.
Damn it, already at a 1930.
Yeah, got his first sub 20 preparing for the tournament. I don't think he's been running any more 16-star to get ready. Just moved on to 70.
Based. Honestly, very based.
It's so real. It's don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, 70 is a fun category. I mean, it gets you very familiar with the game, and in a lot of ways, if you grind 70 for a bit and you come back to 16, that PB is going to drop very significantly. You'd be surprised how quickly it happens if you've really only ever ran 16 before. So all this to say, do longer categories. Just play more of the game. Oh, Fusion.
Oh,
selecting
Fusion.
The wrong star, perhaps.
Just jumping right off immediately.
Oh man.
I mean,
a little bit of a mental error there for Fusion. But going right back in, probably the smarter decision to just take the death and not save or not exit stage, rather. But,
Yeah, beautiful awareness, honestly. If you're not able to do Alice, you're not confident with it, he's still in the lead, so.
yeah. Yeah, still maintaining the lead out of Womps. And, you know, considering that your opponent has a PB that's just about 30 seconds better than yours, definitely feeling good about that for sure. Coming out of Womps here, but you know, Dark World still ahead. Basement, Fire Sea, lot of factors coming up that could sway this one.
Yeah, Binko is an interesting case. He has not been running the game too much as of late. Says he hasn't gotten sub 20 in leading up to the tournament, but still has the 18, so the skills are still there. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, get a couple runs in, you know, play the game consistently for like a week, and you can pretty much be right back to where you were. It's kind of the beautiful thing about this game, and just how much you practice it, you know?
Yeah, so. I'll be experiencing that de-rusting from 120 come back from Iron Mario.
Let's go. Let's go. Didn't Triforce just beat 100 star? Triforce TK, I think. I think he might have been the first one to do it. I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought people had beaten that already. I just don't know why I assumed that.
I know plenty of people have beaten 70, but I don't know if a lot of people have beaten 100. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Triforce is at least among the first people to complete 100 star.
The only thing I need to beat is my addiction to that.
True. Very true. I fortunately haven't gotten sucked into the Iron Mario grind too hard yet, but God, I feel like if I get tired of vanilla, it'll happen.
Stay away is my advice. As we head into Dark World. Oh, Fusion!
Ooh, Fusion dancing on the boxes. Holy. Doing everything they can to avoid a death.
Somehow keeping himself alive after that.
Oh, crazy maneuverability getting goop, but it's still alive. Oh my goodness, Dark World is throwing everything it can at Fusion, but Fusion refuses to fall off.
Some sort of invisible force field keeping Fusion on firm ground.
Yeah, the plot armor is crazy. Perhaps Fusion is crouch canceling all of the damage that Dark World is throwing at him. Oh my god, Fusion hit the ledge on top, barely. Stayed up and
Oh, and Bingo at the end!
Oh! Right at the end of Dark World Red's T Binko falling. The last red.
You know he's got to be frustrated. He did have the troubles in his last race with the Dark World. He almost made it through incident-free, and just... You know, it sucks. After the 8th red coin, that's the worst time to take a death.
And another one, insult to injury, the Flame Spitter. Oh. T-Binko. Just an unfortunate turn of events here in Dark World. In a 16-star race, I mean, that's pretty close to a minute of time lost there. I would have to say. Maybe somewhere
Yeah, at least
45 seconds.
Yeah, at least a minute. He's just gonna have to lick his wounds though and keep going. You just gotta stick with the Dark World Reds, especially now. He's got the advantage of the better PB. He's got an advantage of being in tournaments before. I actually was in 3 Mario 64 tournaments last year. One was hosted by Simply, one was by you, and one was by T-Binko.
Oh, huge.
All 3 big inspirations for one to do this. Oh yeah, he's gonna have to take this carefully. I don't know how to. Oh no.
Again, T-Binko! Oh my goodness. Again at the end of Dark World. That's so unfortunate to see that. You just... You don't wish this upon anybody in a race. You just... Doesn't matter who it is. It's rough.
Yeah, this is probably the scariest part of the entire race, I would argue. If you're doing reds, and it just gets harder every time you take a fall.
Yeah, and, you know,
So
Fusion already in basement. It's gonna be so hard to come back from if you're Binko, but all you can do is, like you said, just keep pushing. That is
keep
such a
moving forward.
That is a very interesting way to set up the movement to the last red. Doing a dive right to the red. I can't say I've ever seen that before, but they must be pretty practiced with it. Must have faith in it.
Oh, you're talking about the Dark World, like dive off the platform?
Yeah, typically, I mean, you see people, you know, do like a rollout and they land, but going right for the dive is an interesting strat.
Yeah, I don't like it personally, but I feel like I've been seeing people do it more and more.
Yeah, I feel like everybody
They're
puts a little bit of their own, you know, spin on that movement to the last red.
as a fusion is 7 seconds behind PB after LLL, so best possible time 18:21. Still over a minute to lose on PB. Or on golds.
Yeah, Fusion just keeping it calm and collected. Coming into to an elimination match where you are, at least on paper, not favored to win, and still showing up, having a run like this.
Yeah, it's looking good so far, although I wonder if the nerves will start to creep in, especially being on big PB pace right now, it looks like. But, you know, should be able to relax. Commanding lead.
I think they're just working through SSL right now. Just, you know, basement goes very quickly, thankfully. SSL, LLL, and HMC are a very quick portion of the run, but man, the 3 deaths in Dark World just very, very, very hard to overcome that hurdle. At this point, I mean, if you want to catch up, if you're T-Binko, I feel like you got to see, you know, BLJs for Fusion take a while. You're going to have to see a death somewhere. Like, that's the kind of thing that's going to need to happen at this point.
Well, Fusion already getting past the first big obstacle, MIPS, with no problem whatsoever. He is 12 seconds ahead of PB right now.
Really good run.
So yeah, Zeus, you're gonna be coming up. You got a match coming up next weekend against Milk, the #1 seed. But of course, you got the best PB in the tournament now.
Yeah,
17-18.
We've been gaming a little bit, you know, between offline runs and doing runs on my own stream. Fusion, having some trouble
Getting
with the
us
back of the sub.
stuck under the sub.
All right. Okay, he's up there.
Yeah, that sub's been tricky this entire tournament.
Yeah, I mean the collision with the tail fin and like being able to space everything there properly, it could be hard sometimes, especially when you factor in like console runners especially. I know we're both on emulator here, but even on MU with no lag, it can be tough to get everything set up. So Fusion here in Fire Seed. Not going to be getting the early cycle or anything, but most likely doesn't need it at this point. especially even for a PB, probably doesn't need it.
It'd be A-okay as long as we don't see a death here, but
Some burns.
oh,
The ultimate-esque ending and still taking some burns.
yeah, most people opt for their recovery heart and then the double burn. He goes for that ultimate-ish ending, penultimate ending.
Yeah, honestly, it's a nice little hybrid. Fusion winding up the throw, nailing it. So if you are T-Binko, if you are a T-Binko supporter, this is kind of where you need to see some shifts happening here for Fusion. Coming up to BLJs, this can be a problem point for a lot of runners. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, especially newer runners. Feel like the BLJ just feels like a lottery ticket.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not entirely convinced that BLJs are not RNG, but I've been told that they aren't. I don't know if I necessarily believe it, but
Many people are saying, we're looking into it.
yeah, the jury's still out. Evidence is still being collected.
My personal truth is it's RNG along with Cannonless Alice and every other dumb trick in the game. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I mean, if you mess something up in this game, it's just genuinely not the runner's fault. Like, there's just nothing you can do.
Oh, Bingo getting his
Binko.
into the sub.
A sub above Mario. Shout out to Jersey Mikes. And Fusion in on the first BLJ there, going into the endless staircase.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Fusion can still PB this. It's going to be tight. He's going to need to get up these stairs quickly.
Yeah, these BLJs have put a pretty good dent in Fusion's PB potential here. But into bits.
1917 best possible time going to bits. So
Right.
14 seconds off golds to PB.
Imagine we are not going to be seeing anything too crazy from Fusion here in bits. Maybe we might see a left side, maybe not. But let's see what Fusion has in store. It does not look like we're going to be getting any sort of left side action here. And honestly, based, do not blame them at all.
I agree. I think we've seen some runners go for a left side when they have a commanding lead. I think the block jumps are the way to go. In a race, but especially if you got like a minute or so on your opponent. But he
Fusion
takes a bonk on the stairs again. Did the same thing in Dark World.
falling on every possible stair there. And going in could potentially maybe PB by about 10 seconds, but we'll see what happens on these throws.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to miss a throw, but there's one.
And throw 2 from Fusion. One more to wrap up the victory. And there it is.
That is it. That is a PB, a second PB in a race so far in this tournament.
Yeah, really, really good run from Fusion there. Just really played it clean all the way through, and getting the upset here in the loser's bracket in an elimination situation too. That's really great to see. That's really great. We'd love to see that.
Yep.
GG's.
Bingo, Fusion.
GG's.
GG's on the race.
I was so nervous in bits, man. I realized I could be PB pace. I was like, oh shit. I gotta lock
Nah,
in.
that's crazy, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
13-second PB by you, Fusion. Congratulations doing that in a
That's
race with
massive,
everything
bro.
going on.
Congrats.
Yeah.
GG's.
Thank you guys. I feel like 70 for some reason helped playing 70. I don't know why, but